first of all want to start with, many of you had joined like nine. I want to ask you, when you joined in, what was the timer saying? Like, did you join at 7 minutes to go? Did you join at 1 minute to go? Many of you had joined. Did you just join? What time did you guys join? Can you quickly tell me in the chat box? 5 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go, 3 minutes
5 minutes to go.
5 minutes to go. Okay, lovely. What about others? What time did you guys join in? Don't worry, I'm not disciplining you. Why were you late? Why you are in the time? The reason why I ask is because in the same time that, when viewer came in, I started doodling. And let me tell you guys, because today we will be talking a lot, I'll be asking you to start this new habit, start this new language in your life. You will tell me, I don't have time. Well, it is exactly in between these time periods, it is exactly in between these uh, short breaks when you are waiting for a meeting, when you are waiting to pick up your child, when you are, waiting for in a car for somebody, maybe your food hasn't come. It is in these small, small windows. Is that where I want you all to start finding time to do this? And the very, very, very first thing for that is you have to carry a notebook and a pen everywhere. Sketchnoting is a very, very, whatever I'm going to teach you today, visual thinking is a beautiful tool, and it needs only two things: a pen and a paper. That's it. Additionally, you could also use some color marker to add a little color to it. A thick sketch pen is also very good, that can, work on your books. And sticky notes if you have. Now I know most of you are stationery holders just like me. Comment in S if you are a stationery holder just like me. You have tons of unused stationery. You have bought things, someday I will use it. You have sticky notes in all colors. You have sketch pens in all colors. You have pens in all colors. Well, this is a journey. This journaling is a journey to use all of them. So some of you who might not know me, the best way to know me is through my journals. Let me just remove my spotlight. So I'm going to take you to a journey where your ordinary notebooks start looking like this. Now, very first rule is, please keep one notebook. If you keep several notebooks, एक for gratitude, one for art, one for all of it, it will not work. You need to have one journal only, which acts like your brain dump. Okay. So instead of, many of you would ask me, what kind of journal should you have? Rini, you are here, right? So once we had met Rini accidentally in a cafe. This is when I had sat and done this with her. So you have to keep one and one journal only. So if your question was what kind of journal to keep, what kind of this, you can pick up any notebook. This is a notebook that I got at a stationery shop only. I did not buy this online. And see, this is how I draw this. Okay, so only one notebook for everything. Okay. Additionally, I have, like, if you want to keep a separate notebook, like some separate things you have, this is it looks very cute, but don't worry. I think today, somebody in the morning was saying they wanted to make a unicorn. I'm also very fond of unicorn.
Yes, I said.
You said, Ridhima, right? I was thinking of it. So I went to a unicorn fest where we were awarded as coaches. This is how I covered the whole event. So this is my diary where I usually, whenever I go to work at an event, whenever I do some learning with a coach or someone, this is my strategy notebook. So I've kept one notebook specially where for strategy. So I keep adding in different notebooks to it because it keeps on finishing. This is mostly my strategy notebook where I have written strategies. This is a journal. So I'm showing you different types of journals, and it doesn't matter what you use. This is a dotted journal. So this was because I wanted to take a sample. Now, this was very hard work. Honestly speaking, I will not recommend you all to get these hard work and do. I'm going to show you a much easier way to do this. Now, this is how I capture my memories whenever it happens. This is also how I work with my mental health. And this is again another type. So today we did a dog picture into today. If you were part of Niranjan's class, so we also learned how to make a dog in that session. And I was telling Niranjan this only, that in 2022, my dog used to look like this. And in 2026, my dog looks like this. So you see, that is the magic of journaling. That is the magic of keeping your memories, because then you can see how much you have grown. How many of you want to learn this beautiful art of journaling to, document your journey, and then, in retrospect, be able to see how much you have grown visually? Comment in I. So, I especially, even if on no dates, it's my birthday that I will definitely do. My birthday, this was my last birthday single, and now my 34th birthday is coming, so I'm planning to go on a silent fest and just kind of document my life with it. Okay. I also use this to kind of talk about my health, keep a check about this, and just keep my itineraries. Journaling is such a useful tip. So you can all this kind of journaling is called junk journaling. It's a more aesthetic form of journaling. Agar aapka stationery, you have already a lot of stationaries and everything, this is where you can put into it. So nice to see you, Swati and Gayatri, both of you sisters together. So, Swati, I will definitely tell you, you should definitely keep a journal for you. For mothers, all of you, you can start keeping a journal to pass it on to your child. Recently, I have asked my dad to, I'm giving my dad a prompt every day that you write about it and I'm going to read about it. That's going to be a best gift you can give me. So, this is how I organized my wedding also in this. So everything comes under one journal only. You don't have to carry a lot of notebooks. Just pick up one journal that you can stick to any size and shape that you like. Preferably something, I was journaling on my wedding also. Okay, this is the day I definitely want to talk about. So these are kind of journals you can keep. You can also keep a big one. Okay. This one is more about putting about this. So here you go. This is more about my life journey. And this is again a journey that I want to take you guys into. So I can teach so much about sketchnoting. But the thing that I want to take you towards is creating a life book like this, where you can, write about all the things that matter to your life. For example, health. You can write about what your personal style, tastes is. How many of you are truly ready to invest your time and effort into creating a document like this that kind of, becomes your roadmap for life? Yes, because that is why we are going on this journey then. If you are ready to sit and make something like this, you believe that this is worth your time, this is worth your effort, then only can I, then this is going to be a great learning for you guys. So, like you see, this is a lot of words, but at the same time, a lot of visuals as well. I had described my ideal friend. What kind of friends do I have? What kind of red flags do I want to avoid with them? What are certain things I want to do with them? I want to get a massage. I want to sing songs and laugh with them, watching things. I want to do swimming. I want to read books together. And truly, honestly, all these things are coming true for me also. This, as you know, is neurographic art. Many of you who are in our inner circle 11-day boot camps, I must have taught you this. This is something that I'm so obsessed with. So if you are in for a journey like this, to turn your notes, to turn your thoughts, to turn your thinking, as you can see, this is not much about sketching, but this is more about the way you think. How many of you would like to start thinking like this? Comment in to tell me that you are in this. So the very first thing that you have to do is this entire documented journey. To make it for you easier, I have made it for you in the form of a template workbook. The link has already been shared in the group. So you can download this and you can take a print with this. Some of it I will fill with you right now today, and some of this I will fill with you when in a bigger journey, which I'll tell you also about. So how many of you already have a print of this? The name might be different for some of you. That does not matter. The cover might be a little changed. But how many of you have this workbook printed with you ready? So congratulations, you have already taken one step further by taking a print, by showing initiative. Those who do not have one, It's still there in the group. Please take a print of this. Cool. So with further ado, without anything, let's start this. I'm so proud and happy to see you guys making the best of this Sunday. So first we'll do a little bit of self-assessment. Let's start like by a warm-up, understanding where we are right now. So we are going to pick up the most common question, which is, how was your week? Okay. The first week of June, which means half the year is over. Have crossed the half threshold. Year was so quick. So I want all of you, I'm going to set up a timer because we need a warm up. I know, see, journaling, every one of you knows. Agar aap, especially you have been in my classes, if you have worked with me, you know the art of journaling, you know writing, और इतना तो हम diary करते ही थे. This is just for us to create a connection to the paper. So I'm setting a 5 minute of timer. I just want you to write and vent out. Okay, कैसा था, maybe in words. It's a self-assessment. You don't have to make the अपना best version नहीं दिखाना मुझे to impress and all. Go with what is the most natural form that you would describe. How would you do it? And then we'll change this format. Okay. So take some time, keep writing. However, let's see. Just like gym में workout कराते ना, before you go to the strength workout, same way we are going to do a small workout here. Those who have just joined in, you have to write about how was your week. Most common question in a journaling. How was your week? Now, many of you would be lost at writing kahan se start kare, kya start kare. So I'm giving you a better prompt. What was your biggest achievement of the week? And see, the way you prompt changes everything. Instead of how was your week, what was your biggest achievement of your last week? Keep writing. We have another 6 seconds to go. What was your biggest achievement from this week? All right, time stopped. So quickly, can you hold up your notes on the screen? Can you quickly show me how much could you write? Wow, Ridhima wrote a lot. Very nice. What about others? Quickly, guys, turn on your cameras 1 second. Chalo, apna face you hide with your page and show me how much. Very nice, Dr. Mahalakshmi. You have also written a lot. What about you, Sujata, Vida, Nidhi, Shireen, Tanmay, Shilpa, Swati? Very nice. Swati has written it very nicely. Also, Akanksha, beautiful. So this is the way I journal. Okay. My biggest achievement of the week, rather than spending a lot of time in words, I express with pictures. So I finished my 12 paintings. It looks like we girls are burning for a witch, but no, I met my girls. So I'm going to write to it so that it looks like it's there. I'm going to write cafe. So me and some girls had gone to a cafe and did some painting. I found a perfect pair of jeans and I read a very good book. Okay. So this is exactly what unlocking the level 2 of your journaling is, which is being able to express yourself more with doodles, more with the emotion, and a quicker and faster way as well. Yes. So how many of you are ready to start learning and thinking like this? You have to become a child because only a child can think like this. So if you are ready to become a child today, if you are ready to be completely excited today and do this, I want you to comment in the chat box XXX to show you are very excited. And yes, if you have kids, please call them because they will love learning it and they will get much better at this than you. Okay. So like I said, this is not an art form. This is not a sketch form. This is a way of thinking. So let's start with the thinking exercise. And if you have a child next to you, please give them this thinking exercise as well. So I love calling them these, I love doing these thinking exercises. And whenever I meet kids, whenever I meet adults, I always do them. So open your notebook and we'll do a thinking exercise with three triangles. Triangles सब बना लेंगे, three shaped triangles. With three triangles, I want you to create as many things as you can in the next 2 minutes. That's it. I have just asked you this. Three triangles you have. With three triangles, make as many things as you can. This is your brain warm up. How many things can you make with these three triangles? Full independence है, जो बनाना है बनाओ. Easiest of it, you people will say, is mountains. I want you to make at least 11 things. And once your 11 things are done, comment in 11 in the chat box. I will just open the WhatsApp group so that you guys can share in the WhatsApp group as well. 11 things I want you to make, but they should have three triangles. आप कुछ भी कर लो, कुछ बनाना है आपको, three triangles you have to make. I'll just turn on the group. 11 things you have to make. Let's see. And then I'll see how much creative can you get. बचपन की चीजें सोचो, ज्यादा इजी याद आएगा. थिंक ऑफ अ वाटरमेलन स्लाइस. All right, I have turned on the group as well. So once you have finished your 11 one, let's see who amongst one are already visual thinkers. Or already very good at this and can think of 11 things. Socho, socho. So nobody's finished 11 yet. I thought somebody, oh God, I thought you are very fast thinkers. So there I've dropped the link of the chat, WhatsApp group also. You can share it there. Another 2 minutes. 11 things you have to make. All right, one last minute. All right, we are done. So tell me, how many things could you come up with? So please take a picture of your triangles and share in the group. Let's see how much creative, what are the creative things that have come up. If you have just joined in, we were just starting with an exercise. So share what all have you made. Okay, chalo. आप लोग शर्मा रहे हो. I will start with it. Okay. Now, when I say use three triangles and create as many creations as possible, what is step one? Step one, आपको this is a way of thinking. Okay, so this is how you will think. आप triangles को different sizes you change. Okay, so you start taking triangles in different sizes. Step one is size. Step two, dimensions. Now, if you are that's why I said if you share your sheets, I can tell you what kind of a thinker you are. You will have a unique thinking ability, some of you, to be able to see it in different dimensions. So one triangle like this, one like this, one like this. The same triangle can be in different dimensions and shape. This can also be a triangle. So the first step is whenever you look at a problem, you need to be able to see it in different angles. So when you start approaching shapes and games like this, your brains also start working like this. So abhi to chalo, I did not force you to submit your this. But when we join the 1 week program, every time we will start with an exercise like this and you have to share your results. I will be able to tell whether you are a sociopath, psychopath, or you are a full functional adult with your sketches. Okay. The third is orientation. See the problem from a different direction. Can you flip the triangle? The problem is if you start wanting to do कि इन तीन चीजों के साथ मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ, you will not get the answers. Only when you change things and all, that's when you start getting the answers. So let's see. First, very simple is stack them. You take three triangles and stack them, it becomes a Christmas tree. There you go, another kind of tree. Another kind of tree. So you see, with the same one shape, I am able to make so many trees. Okay. Now, maybe I'll stack it like this. Once I do this, what does this look like to me? It looks like to me like a samosa. So here I'm making a samosa plate. Now with this, you could say it looks like a pyramid. You could make a pyramid, yes, pizza slices. Or you could stack these triangles. You could break the triangles into small, small triangles and make a tower. A fish. A bird. Okay. And with bird, see, same triangle I'm using. This becomes a peacock bird. Very commonly, many of you would have made a kite. Some of you may have, of course, made mountains. Now, this is where creativity and fun comes to play. These same mountains, I can also call them Toblerone. And isn't that what your child would do? If you give this to a child, he will say it's a chocolate. This is what visual thinking, this is what creative thinking is when you play around with it. For example, I take two triangles, I can make a square. Add another one, here it becomes a pencil. The thing is, with triangle, you will think of only triangles, but you compose them and you make them into a rocket. A child will easily want to make a rocket with this. I could make a tent with this. So see, now I have gone even into 3D to get into it. Same structure, you can make 2D, 3D things with it also. In fact, I can make a monster with it also with teeth. I can make vampire. I can make butterfly. Okay. So this is how just these simple triangles, if you start thinking and putting it out there, it increases your thinking abilities. You will look at problems, you will look at solutions, and then you will start thinking in different ways to approach a problem. Comment in wow if you feel a little bit smarter already. Comment in wow if you feel thoda smartness to बढ़ रहा है, brain is opening up a little bit. I can see the possibilities. Very good. So now your brain is opening up, and these are warm-up exercises we will be doing in every day from next week. I'll tell you how we'll start. We'll do all these every week, okay? So before I go to the next stage, all of you who have the printout of this, you can take out this page called My Tiny Drawing Library. We are going to do a little bit more sketch practice. I am not going into library and all of this, how to make sketch detailed ones today. These all we will learn in later. But today I'm going to teach you about some simple symbols and all to work with so that you guys have a good vocabulary to do. Okay, so take your paper. This might be your notebook. So I am using half the paper here. Half the paper is here. Okay. So you can use your notebook like this. 1 second. Yeah. So let's start with My Tiny Drawing Library. We are going to add in, I'm going to help you fill in all this. So I'm going to do it in notebook so that you can see it bigger. You guys can fill it there. The first is nature. Okay, nature is the best observer. Matlab, if you observe nature itself, you can see so many shapes and so much things that you will learn on your own on how to do this. So I showed you before only, just with some different shapes, you can make trees. Okay, so nature, you can really use a lot of nature symbols to do this. Let me show you some examples. For example, I take a branch. This is how I can draw a simple flower. Now let's say the circle thing is there. Okay, like a normal rectangle I have. Using these nature motifs like triangles. This is the most simplest box I'm teaching you. You can make this. Like grass. Okay. Similarly, other nature things, other way to show, I'm just showing you some popular symbols you can use. Like for example, if you want to make a tree, this is the simplest example of a tree. Okay. Now I know you are asking why are we doing these simple things? Because I want to show you we use very simple things to do it. For example, a dog, I will make like this, a round, one triangle like this. Sorry, not triangle. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was thinking of a person like this. One shape like this. Okay. Now you will say this looks like any other animal. So we make it like a dog using our Imagination. This is a basic structure. We can change it to any animal. And I'm showing you a very tough topic right now. So if you get this, matlab you can learn anything. For example, what demarcates a dog? It has to have 2 ears. Okay. Then some teeth, maybe a collar here. And then also, if it does not look like a dog, I will write bow wow. So you understood. This is why this is about context. Maybe from your drawing alone, it will not look. For example, this same drawing, let's say, I have to make it into a cat. How will I make it? Cat ke ears are small. So a small cat has a curled tail. Okay. Cat has a sharp eye. Okay. And cat has whiskers. Now it becomes a cat and meow. So sketchnoting is such an easy, is an amazing thing because in this context will matter more rather than just the picture. That's why AI can't do this. Comment and see if you understood this. Context matter. For example, same thing. Okay, this humans are also made in the same way when we talk about nature. One object here. This is your core human. Tell me what is this?
Good.
What is this? Who is this? No, Rini. Who do you think it is? It is a Japanese sumo wrestler, right? Because his stomach is big in this. Just using context, you can change it and make it a different thing. So, for example, the same person, okay, it is an old person now, okay, it is a baby now. And same thing if I add in here to this madam, I add a nice skirt, she becomes a woman. Okay, and same structure. Okay, context matters so much. And I'll show you the best example of it right now. What does this become? Who does he become now?
Nice.
Exactly. So just the same context, some change. I barely made any symbols. Just a plus symbol I did and you were able to understand it is there. So you see, this is not a matter about drawing. It is a matter of intelligence. It is how you show things. Comment in I अगर little intelligent feel हो रहा है, and please be honest, comment in L if you are feeling lost कि नहीं मुझे नहीं दिख रहा, I'm not able to see, this is a person, this is this, I'm not able to understand context, tell me lost. Or if you are feeling a little smarter, comment in I, so that I know that you are getting things, I know you are understanding. Yes, I am seeing only 5, 6 people reply. Everyone tell me, are you feeling a little intelligent or a little lost? I can change my pace. Super, very nice. Okay. So nature itself as a symbol can be used for a lot of things. For example, if I want to show the word growth, okay, very simple. I will add a seed here, little roots here. So I can show growth like this. So for example, if I want to show stages of something, or I want to show my progress. This is something how I would show it with grow. Okay, growth take time, progress. This is my first milestone. I started from here. Today I have reached here. Maybe you can add in one more step to it, which is a forest. Okay, so you can use nature motifs to do it. For example, if you want to show something's nurture, okay, so you can add, sorry, a square like this, a triangle. So this determines what is nurturing me. For example, my art, what are the habits that I do to nurture it? Habits are daily sketching, for example. Or if the flower is fitness, what are some habits I am doing to do it? Okay, so you can use themes of nature to show a lot of things and to put it out there, to put your self into perspective, to explain things. These are things you can do. Okay, nature icons are simple to draw. The second is cafe. Okay, so if you were to make a cafe, what are some things you would make? A coffee cup. So let's learn the easiest way to draw a coffee cup. It'll be you. Okay, now tell me, this could be tea also. This could be coffee also. This could be anything. How do we make sure it is coffee? इन दोनों में से टी कौन सा है, कॉफी कौन सा है, बताओ, कैसे बताओगे? कॉफी होगा तो I can't hear you. Yeah. How will you make this? So that is why coffee we will probably represent like this and tea we represent more like this to universally symbolize this. Now, another way, even if there are two teacups, and guys, this is not about drawing, this is about the way to think. If I take a tea bag out of it, this becomes tea, this becomes coffee. Yes? So again, context, adding things, and that's how you will develop an intelligence कि ऐसे सोचते कैसे हैं. Now, same thing. This is a glass of water. Okay? I add in a straw, it becomes a juice. I add in a lemon, it becomes a cocktail. I add in some steam, it becomes something hot. I can add this. So the same variant of this, you can make it into this. For example, a cocktail glass. If I make this, anyone will know I'm making a cocktail. So see, in terms of drinks also, just adding small changes can show so much into it. Okay. So now comes a fun exercise that I want to do. Every one of you has, I'm sure, wanted to open a cafe. I had a cafe called Cafe Bazinga in Hills, Kalga. I have lived that dream. Trust me, it's very difficult to have your cafe. But you all must have always had a dream for a cafe. I want you to tell me what is the name of that dream cafe you have always wanted to have. Comment in quickly. Cafe का dream name बताओ अपना. My cafe was called Cafe Bazinga. If you could open a cafe, what name would it be? If you could open any cafe, what would the name of your cafe be? ड्रीम्स देखने के पैसे थोड़ी ना लगते. अगर कभी, even if you never had thought about it, nobody's going to ask you money for your dreams. Make up a cafe. Cafe Attitude, Cafe Gardenia. Chillax Machi, very nice. Attitude, sit and sip. So let's make your cafe name into it. Let's write your cafe name right into it. Okay. So let's say my cafe is going to be called Cafe Sunshine. I'm just saying, okay. This is how you'll write it. But in terms of doodles, this is how you can decorate it. Add a box to it. Okay, now once you have a box, you can turn it into a 3D box. You can hang it like this. You can add in 3 arrows and it becomes an entire 3D visual language in itself. Okay. So I'm going to show you now some ways to write more text and to highlight when you have to ways of illustrating. Okay. So I'll just do it for the word cafe because it is simple and easier to write. So how are different ways you can write the word cafe? I can make 4 blocks like this and hang them like this. You can, by the way, do this for your name. I'm just giving you for cafe. You should all try this to write in your own name. I can add an arrow like this. These are the simple ones, okay? I can make, remember shapes. Play with shapes. We did with squares. Let's do it with circles. Okay? Cafe literally means coffee. Can I do something with coffee? So I'm going to pick up a coffee cup and out of the swirls, I'm going to write cafe. Someone said their cafe's name was Gardenia. Okay, they want to name a cafe Gardenia. How would I do it? I'm making some grass. G A Ardinia. Okay, so like literally flowers in a garden is how would I have written Gardenia. Okay, then other ways to write cafe is think of a coffee cup. These are called calligrams, by the way. These are my favorite word games to play, but today I will not get very deep into it. So this is a CAFE, cafe. Okay. Other things you can do is every cafe will have a menu, right? So I'll make a menu like this. There you go. So the same word cafe can be represented in so many ways. And see, the when you start thinking about different ways, your neuro pathways open. Your brain starts getting more receptive to ideas. I could teach you how to draw good visuals, but I wanted to teach you how to think. Okay. So this is how you can start thinking about different things. And simple ways to is obviously there. See, you can just do it in dotted letters. Okay. You could do it in very long letters. You don't need fancy pens, just a black pen. You could do it with very wide letters. So when we do the 1 week journey, I will teach you all these. So when you start learning from, we are starting from 20th, all the people who are in the 11-11 week journey, we will be doing it there. Rest, I want to ask you, how many of you want to go on a 1 week journey and make all these different sorts of writing and text with me? Yes. How many of you would like to join from 20th to 25th? June and start drawing and sketching like this. See, this is a way to write your fonts. Yes. I know many of you will be like, I won't be able to do it as good as this. But this is proof you are already being able to do. Okay, so this is nature and cafe icons. So we have done 2 of these. Rest we will fill as we go along. Let's start. Are you tired or are you excited? T or X? Comment in. Are you feeling tired already or are you excited to do more? Tired or excited? Yes, yes, I know. Biryani khaya hoga. Sunday, it's there. You must be there. But I want more responses. Tired or excited? Little tired? Chalo, sip a little bit of water. Okay, let's go. So now we'll start with the original question that I had asked you. How was your week? Okay, so I'm going to show you today a unique way to reflect your week to learn sketchnoting to do this. And then I'll tell you how we are going to start the next week. Oh my God, it's already been 45 minutes. I was so lost. Okay. So first, okay, open a double sheet like this. So start with writing your name. And now see, you know so many different fonts. Ordinary people ki tarah, why will you write? You will write it in a more stylish font. I'm just giving you a way. I usually, when I have to write, because my name is Sanchari, I always put a sun, a cloud, and then write my name there. You know, right? My name, I write it in WhatsApp, Sun Char E. Char, 4 is Hindi in Char, E is E. So my name is Sanchari. That's why I sign it like this. That's my visual thing. I usually, this is my test to find out how smart people are, if they can tell what my name means. Okay, done. So you start with your name. Now we had 7 days, right? So we are going to make 7 big boxes. 1. So these are called speech bubbles. 2, 3. Okay, 3 speech bubbles. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Other ways to make bubbles is you can just make a square one, but fold one slightly in. So this looks like a sticky note. Thursday. Okay. Another way to make a sticky note is just make a round like this, make it square like this, add a tape on the end. No sticky notes needed. You can use this technique. So one more Friday is left. So Friday also I'm going to add a note like this. And I'm going to add little number 9s here. And it becomes Friday. Okay? If you have another marker, you can just add a little color like a shadow to the end. Just add a little shadow to it so that it starts looking 3D. That's it. All that you need. Comment in L if you are loving this. That's it. You don't need fancy stationery. You don't need the fancy sticky notes. You can make them on your own. Okay. So here you write one doodle or one thing for every day of the week. Sorry, I didn't make Saturday and Sunday. Sorry. So I'll just make another one. This I'm adding a clip to it. This is for Saturday. And today, Sunday, is already amazing because you are attending this program with me. So we're going to make it for Sunday also. So see, simple shapes. So I made a board of S. This is Sunday. So rather than that boring one line of how did your week go, this is such a better way of expressing. This is a brush pen. You can use a plain highlighter also. If you have highlighters, sketch pens, anything you can use. So you can use a gel highlighter like this or any highlighter, sketch pen, crayon, anything will do. So step 1, level 1 was this. Level 2 is this. Agree, if you agree with me that level 2 is amazing, comment in 2 in the chat box. See, with just one prompt, you are now able to do level 2. So now you can revise. For example, I can either write here Sunday attended a sketchnoting event, attended a journal event, or I can make a small laptop, Zoom, one journal, and sketchnoting. So Sunday I attended the sketchnoting session, journal event. For example, Saturday I met my friends. How will I make it? So I showed you how to make people, right? Circle, U shape. Okay. So similarly, circle, U shape, circle, U shape. So 3 friends of mine, I had 5 friends, but this is okay. We went to a cafe called, what was the name of the cafe? I forget. Cafe LOA. So we went to a cafe LOA. And she has a brush in hand. She has a pencil in hand. So we did craft with my friends on this. Okay, maybe you had dinner with your friends. So circle, in one hand, one fork, one hand, one spoon. Same with your friend. And you can write the name of which restaurant you went. Okay. Friday, for example, and I'm just showing you how you can write also in these. I'm just telling you, if you want to learn doodling, it is there. I don't doodle that much. Also, I usually write. You can see in my journals, a large part of it is text also. You can also do these kinds. Okay, so for example, sometimes I only draw, but I also write a lot of things. Okay, attend a journal event. For example, Thursday, you went to work out. So you'll make some dumbbells. Maybe Thursday, you filled your ITR taxes. And after filing your taxes, you felt very tired. And it gave you a lot of head. It was on your head all the time. So I can add in something like this. Maybe I had a great burger on this day. I can make a small burger and then write. Maybe someday I was upset about something. Okay. So now this is a very basic form of it. Now let's start writing some more prompts to reflect our week. Let us do a creative check-in. So we'll first make a shape like this. Don't make a very rigid shape, like a little flexible shape. Then write M here. And let's do a creative check-in. Okay. So I'm making a thought bubble. Okay. This is a thought bubble. Somebody's thinking. So first thought in the mornings. This week, What did you wake up most with? Were you excited? Yes, today I will draw more. Today I will eat more. Today I will have fun more. Today is a great work. Or was it, oh no, I have not finished this yet. One more day to go. Was your first thought in the morning, I have to rush in, or mostly this week you were very relaxed? So this is helping you relax. What was your first thought in the mornings? This is what really matters. And even when we talk about ikigai, we talk about it. Ikigai literally means the reason why you wake up in the morning. So this is all about what do you wake up in the morning singing? Is it, oh no, I have to go to school? Oh no, or is it, another day is there? Okay. Second is, okay, so I made a cloud, another thing. So we'll do the other prompt then. So one more cloud I'm making. And this is a thought I want to release. This week, something bothered you a lot. And you don't want to get bothered with it this week as well. So you want to release that thought. Maybe that thought was, ki yaar, ma'am, I'm wasting a lot of my time. Maybe that thought is half the year is already gone and I'm not doing anything with it. Or maybe it is, I need to stop using my phone. I am doom scrolling too much. Something that you want to release. Then the next one, let's make a photo frame for a painting. Okay, let's make a painting here. We'll hang the painting from here. Okay. This is what I created. Don't write drama here. I mean real things that you have created. Like I created a painting. I created a social media content. I created my brochure. I created something nice. And guys, if you are not coming up with anything or you can't think of what you have created in the past 1, 2 weeks, apart from drama and emotional issues for yourself, no, if you are not being able to use a lot of creativity, I'm strongly recommending you. After this, I'll tell you about the 1 week program. Please join because creativity will save you in terms of AI, in terms of these digital age. It is creativity that is going to help you. Okay, then what inspired me? Something that inspired you. Maybe a book, maybe a movie, maybe a person, maybe some Pinterest thing you saved, maybe some Instagram reel you saw, anything. Okay, then we'll make a star here. Star is I am proud of. What are you proud of for the last week? And it doesn't have to be a big win. I converted a client, I earned money. It could be something like I was consistently eating good this week. I woke up on time. I'm proud of. And this one we really forget, but I like to give it an extra medal. My act of goodness. What did you do to be good or kind to others? Okay. Now we are going to give us some scores and some things. Okay. So I'm going to make a big clock here. Okay, this is a clock. So clock दिखाने के लिए I'm going to make some upward like this. how I spent my time. Okay. Now, how much time did you spend creating? So I'm going to divide it into some, you can divide it into this. So for example, I spent very little time creating maybe. So I will just give it a small scratch and say creating. It could be even smaller for you. Divide your entire day and see. So this is like an entire week. So maybe this much only, or maybe this much I spent creating. How much time did you spend creating? Same thing, learning. This week, maybe I did a lot of creating. I'm just showing you example, but I did not do any learning. Okay, very small learning, or maybe learning is zero. You can write number of approx hours, how much you spent. Then resting. Now, please understand, resting is not equivalent to sleeping. Sleep, to humans will do 8 hours minimum every day. Resting means taking time for self care, doing something that is going to make you feel more calm and rejuvenate. Okay, by the way, learning up sabka 1 hour, to this you will get extra from this class only. Okay, then connecting with others, connecting with myself, connecting with people who you care about, and finally, screen time. So I don't want to embarrass you people, but if you turn on your phones and check in digital well-being, you can see how much screen time you spend this week. It will give you exactly the number of hours when you say you don't have time, but you are using your phone. So when people say I don't have time, I ask them this question, what is your screen time? Okay, and finally, one last thing is we're going to make a target. Your target for your next week. What is it, that one thing you want to achieve this next week? So you can add in some colors again. Just a border, just to give it some neatness. And once you are done, comment in D, as in making this template. Filling though we will do, but comment in if you have made this template, comment in done. Okay. So now if you enjoyed this, if you truly, truly like this and you want to tell me that you like it, I want you to turn on your cameras and show me how much have you been able to do. I want to see, let me remove my virtual background. 1 minute. And then we'll go to the next part of this. Show me. Very nice, Ridhima. You've added so many colors. Very cool, Mahalakshmi. Your sheet looks great. What about you, Shireen, Sujata? Oh, beautiful, Sangeeta and Gayatri. Love it. Swati, you've added highlighters. Very nice. You can make the boxes bigger, Swati, so you will get more space to write then in them. Very, very nice. Hi, Maya. Very nice to see you. Swati, now this is a good size. All right. Quickly, guys, turn on your and show me. Sujata, very nice. Are you not using pen? Pen only you are using, no black pen? Pencil. Okay. Use a thicker pen to get it. Lovely, Shweta. Okay. Chalo. That means all of you have got this. It is going to be there. One more exercise. So I'm going to give you now, like, do you want to fill this now or do you want to do the next exercise? What do you want to do? fill this or comment in F if you want to fill this right now, or comment in N if you want to go to the next exercise. Okay, everybody is impatient. Everybody wants to go to the next exercise. Okay, no issues. Yes, we'll go to the next exercise. Before that, please take a picture of this and share it in the WhatsApp group, and then I'll go to the next part. So I'm giving you one quick minute. Take a picture of this and share it in the WhatsApp group, and every one of yours looks unique. Some have used colors, some have used this. It's very nice. Share this. You can fill it later in your time. And now we'll go to the next level of it. Okay, this is still level 2. We are going to go to level 3 now. Okay? Chalo. Now let's get to level 3. So level 2, see, this is but just making your journal look good with a lot of templates, with a lot of this. But level 3 is being able to talk about yourself. For example, this is about yourself. Now, today, if I were to do this exercise, you might not be able to do because you need to know a lot about yourself, being able to talk about yourself. So, this is not something we are doing today. Then, another form of level 3 is being able to describe and write about it. For example, I go to a cafe, I am able to draw what I'm drawing, but also I'm able to write about my meal more than this. Then this is called a snapshot method, which we will be doing a little bit of right now to show you how to be right chronology, how to do this. But other things like writing about your memories, writing about your spiritual journey, writing about things that you have never been able to share with others, or just writing a letter to yourself. These are slightly more difficult topics. But how many of you today feel brave enough कि I want to learn and write about difficult topics of my life as well? I want to have that strength to be able to express, to able to be myself, to talk about this. Yes? How many of you would love to go on a unique journey where you can write about all of this, you can feel what you are talking about? Yes? So that's why we have a very special 5-day journey for you, which is starting from 20th. It's going to be a very unique journey where I tell you about, where I take you to a journey to understanding words, to understanding different tones, to understanding different contexts, and a lot of beautiful other things. So I want to help you in this big journey, and I can't do it in one day. That's why we have designed a very special 5-day journey. And this journey is going to be where we are going to draw each of these pages. We are going to learn new languages. We are going to learn identity, movements, perfect day in a world, and vision. So this entire thing is available for this inner circle. Those who are part of our 1111 program don't have to pay it, but others who have not yet joined, who want to give 5 days to themselves, this is a program that is right now just for this inner, because I'm doing it for first time for 1111. When I'm going to do this webinar again on Wednesday, and you will see the price as 1500, because I don't want a lot of people to do this. I genuinely want people who have an interest, who are going to show up at 9 p.m. every day, who want to sit, who want to learn, and who will do their homework. So if you are a person who wants to start this with me, who wants to finish this book, join in for this 1111 program. Okay, for all those who are part of my 5-day program, for the program, you don't have to do it. Okay? So let's get on to the next level. I have dropped the link. I have shared it in the WhatsApp group as well in case you want to access it from there. This is a great chance for all of you to learn this art, learn this skill from scratch and be an expert at it. So let's now talk about storytelling. The next part that we are going to learn about is showing storytelling or being able to describe something to others. So far, we were doing level 2 of template. Now let's tell how to do storytelling. So for example, like I just showed you a 5-day program. Now I told you it's a 5-day program. You join it, you do it. If I had to show the same program to you, and this is for you also to understand that what are the five holy, let's call this topic onto it, 5 ways to know myself. Okay. So I'm going to add a little border here. Let's make it a little attractive also. 5 ways to know myself. So I'm adding a little bit of border. This always gives a kind of neatness to it and it knows what is done. You can also add a stitch like this. Five ways to know myself with sketchnoting. Okay, now let's see just this line. How will I convert it into visual thinking? Okay. So first I draw myself. I will draw a circle. I will draw this U shape. Okay. Now think I am confused. Okay. I don't know who I am. So I will be confused. How do confused people are doing? They have a hand on their head. They are thinking. Okay. And they don't know who am I. Okay. So I'm a person who's confused. I don't know who am I. But if I add to it sketch notes, how will I make sketch notes? So it's a pencil with a pen and a notebook. Now I'm making one circle which has written word. I'll just make it a bigger here. Words plus images. This is sketchnoting. So when I do sketchnoting, then same person, now I'm adding a crown. You can add some hair because you are all queens. And I'm adding a cape also to show superhero. So see, I have expressed one line into a story. You were small first, but then you use sketchnoting and then you can become a queen. Okay. Now, how can you use sketchnoting to do this? Okay. So this is called a layout. So there are different layouts in sketch notes, frame layout. There are different layouts like frames. There is linear layout. There is road path layout. I'll just show you. There are different layouts. So this layout is a more tabular structure. A same thought you can express in different ways. So there is, for example, grids method, there is radial method, there is mind map method. So this is one of the ways to think. Same idea ko how to turn it into 5 ways. So the first way is defining yourself. So as artists, as creative people, rather than trying to describe yourself, we visually express ourselves. For example, I make a small here, a curve here again, and then I take out different hands like Ma Durga. And then each of these hands are representing my strengths. What is it that I'm good at? For example, I am very good at cooking. So I'm going to add a fork here. I am very good at AI. So I'm going to add an AI chip here. Okay. I might be very good at gardening. So I add a garden here. I might be very good at talking to people. So I'm adding a speech bubble here. So the very first way and what way is to finding out and talking about myself. If you are shy, if you are not able to talk about yourself, you can draw about yourself and build your confidence. So many people tell me that I don't have a pitch, I don't know how to, introduce myself. The way to do it is visualizing yourself with words, is being able to, use prompts and all to talk about yourself. So that is why every exercise that we do here in the 1 week is going to be about you. You need to learn how to talk about yourself. Okay. So expressing yourself, finding out, talking yourself is the first way. The second way is capturing daily memories. So in a day, so many things happen. Imagine if you were able to capture those memories, like that cup of coffee. So the second way you get to know yourself is capturing daily memories. So Niranjan will take a very interesting class for you where he will teach you how to make a realistic coffee scene. How to make a scene of somebody drinking coffee with pens, and you can become illustration. For example, these kind of illustrations, I have done it in watercolors, but Niranjan will teach you how to make them in pen and illustrations, okay? Capturing daily memories. Again, a sketch note I made for it. Third way, how you can use Sketchnote to build yourself to do it is plan your daily routine. So what you do from 9 a.m. to what you do to 10 p.m. This is again another format called chronological formatting. So I will teach you how to plan your entire day full of glimmers using this way of sketchnoting. Okay. Then comes another way of very exciting sketchnoting, that is for your spiritual sadhana. अच्छा चलो पहले एक छोटा सा एक्सरसाइज कर लेते हैं. How will you draw spirituality? Okay. How will you draw this word spirituality? Let's side में let's make it. How will you draw the word spirituality? Okay. Simplest way to do it is I'm sitting here around, then one infinity or an 8 ka symbol, hands like this, eyes closed, like you are in deep in meditation, hair up like this because you are connecting to the universe. This is one way of making spirituality. Okay. Another very simple way of making spirituality, which many people use, is just a namaste like this. Okay. Another way you can do it is simply using, but this might also mean religious. So many people use spirituality like this. Spirituality can also be represented like piled stones showing Zen. Okay. Spirituality can also be shown by one person sitting and doing this. It can also be shown as a candle. So a candle with Om, many people have seen these kind of representations also of spirituality. So, or another way of showing is one person, and in their brain one lotus has, okay. But my favorite way of showing spirituality is one person standing in front of a huge window of opportunities. Like a candle. So, in light, to search for illumination, this is my definition of spirituality. So, I will also tell you how to define spirituality, what are different ways to do this. I want to just take a minute to show you something. Recently only I went on to a spiritual journey. So I have been able to, capture. I started learning Gita and I was not able to understand a lot of the things in Vedas. I was not able to, understand them. So all of what I learned in Gita, I started scribing them ki I will understand it in the way I do, and I made notes for these. So by visually representing all of this Gita, I have to learn all of these things. So it got very difficult for me to do it. So it was using these visual notes only that I have been able to learn about Gita and be able to translate it this way. How many of you want to be able to make notes and write stories like this? See, it looks very pretty, but trust me, I am learning so much with this. So I want to share all these with you. And that is why in this 5 day journey, the day fourth, we will be learning about spiritual practices using spirituality. Okay. So day four is going to be about spirituality. And finally, डे 5 अच्छा चलो अब हम सिंबल प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं हाउ विल यू रिप्रेजेंट एआई हाउ कैन यू रिप्रेजेंट एआई So the simplest way to do AI is, of course, make a box and then make neurons like this, straight lines like this. Okay, this is the simplest way to represent AI. Another way to represent is you can make a brain, half a brain, and then clips coming from this, or a robot AI. So this becomes ChatGPT. Okay, so how else can you use AI? Tell me, what are other ways you can show AI? You can show a phone. You can show a laptop talking, the cute face. This is an AI. Okay. So fifth day is when we will learn AI and sketchnoting. So using now AI, using all these, you can do so much with it. You can publish books. You can, if you know how to do sketch notes, you can literally create sheets like this. And you can, like the same thing that I did an exercise with you, I converted it into a pure printed sheet. And now I can use these sheets to teach. I can use these sheets to sell. I can create my own workbooks. I can create so many things with all of this. So I'm going to teach you how using these storytelling, how to use this. You can use AI to leverage your skills. And it is now 2026. If you don't know AI, you will now be left very behind. So it's time for you to get the AI empowerment also. And I'm going to teach you how you can use the world of AI and sketch notes together. So this 5 day journey, I am starting from 20th, 9 p.m. every day. 5 days is all you need. At the end of these 5 days, you will be able to tell your stories. You will be able to do it. Let's see quickly. And this is a test for you also. We'll do some speed doodling. How do you show the word empowerment? Okay, because these are words you are going to be using in your journal also. So in at the end of these 5 days, you will be empowered. You will be feeling confident. You will be expressive. You will be consistent. And you will be creative. So this is the last exercise of the day where I'm going to show you how to sketch these words, and then I will start seeing you from 19th, which is your orientation, and then 28th to 24th I'll be meeting you. So let's start. Empowerment. Okay, what does empower mean? आप पहले simple word निकालोगे. Empower means you feeling super powered or feeling charged to do something. So a circle, I'll make it with this. One shape like this. So when you feel confident, when you feel empowered, your hand goes up, right? You are like, yay, I did it. I can do anything. You feel you can touch the stars and skies also. Sky is the limit. So you are looking up towards there. You have a superhero cape around you. And you feel you are on top of the world. This is empowerment. And one hand on your hip. This is empowered. Now let's make confident. Confident is something different. Confident means from inside you should feel there is a light inside you. Confident means that you are able to express your words wherever you go. So first we make a mic here. Let's make a mic, a circle, a round again, one line below it. And inside I'm putting a fire. This is not acidity. Don't confuse it with acidity and heartburn. This is a fire inside you. Now, when you feel confident, your hands should be like this on your chest, head high, and again hand up in the air. So, this is you confident. Expressive means whatever is in your heart, you are able to put it out on paper as well. So, I'm going to put a round circle again. So, in my thoughts, I have a symbol heart. Same is in my heart. And same thing on my paper. So whatever is in my heart, whatever is in my head is also in my paper. And I can show that both of them match with this. That it's the same thing. Now consistent. How do we be consistent? Consistent ke liye to you don't even need a person. First make a rectangle. Then add like this. It's a calendar. Tick, tick, tick. This is consistency. Okay. Next is creative. So the easiest way people show creative is through this, like a. But I personally think that creative can be of so many types. Creative can be, creativity can be cooking, creativity can be so many different types of this. So rather than that, the way to show creativity is One person thinks of an idea. Bulb, okay? Thinks of an idea. All of you think of an idea, and then you have many ideas. I want to create this, I want to draw this, I want to do an exhibition, I want to save this. Those who can turn idea into action, that is what creativity is about. Now here you can add using your tools. For example, your tool could be a brush, your tool could be a camera, your tool could be a pen. Creativity using turning your ideas into action. So I'm sure many of you have learned journaling, doodling, different forms of sketchnoting. Maybe you have done, but I teach it like visual intelligence. It's not as much as it's a way of thinking than rather than a way of being able to express. So simple way, this journal is now ready. I have already given you the free version of it. You can take a print and you can do it on your own. But in case you are interested in learning more about writing, about expressing, about being able to learn these different techniques to do, you want to learn how to learn more doodles from me, you enjoyed what I did today, you want to cover all these 5 topics, then please join the 5-day creative sketchnoting journey. All right. So now the last part of this, I have already given you a lot of resources, a lot of this. Now it is time for you to take feedback. I am sure that you want to attend, know more ideas. You also have a lot of feedback. You would want to understand how it is done. So the simplest way for you to do it is I'm just sharing with you all the resources also I'll be sharing in this. So please keep this link handy. I'll just share it in the group for you. Please keep this link ready with you. Inside this link, all of these resources will be there. So I am not going to give you a recording for this session. I am only going to do this again on Wednesday if you want to join. So this free guide is here. If you want to watch the live class, it is here. You have to share your work here. Okay, in the WhatsApp group, please share your work so that I can also give you feedback on what you can do. In case you have any questions, any doubts, please, please, please let me know. Like I said, my real vision is to help many, many people learn this. I want ki aap, you join and you learn all the 5 forms of sketch notes from me and go and teach it to more students, more people who need it. Okay. So share your work. If you want to upgrade to the Sketchnote Mastery, the link has been added here. Currently, it's 1500 rupees, it's 1100. But yes, like I said, tomorrow, after on Wednesday, we will be doing it for 1500. Okay. So your day 5 schedule is given here, everything that you need. And I promise you that by the end of these 5 days, you will be able to, this is how my visiting card looks like. You will also be able to create a visiting card like this. So if this is something that excites you, if this is something that interests you, I have dropped in the link. Okay. All right. Any other questions you have? Expressive is through this. Any questions, any doubts you have, this would be a good time to ask. I am doing this sketchnoting workshop for 1 week after almost 3 years. It's because this is a very difficult topic to concise in 5 days, 6 days. There's just so many layers to it. But a lot of you have asked me that this is how do I think so creatively? How do I do it? This is my secret. So I wanted to share this secret with all of you. So once you join the 1111 group, or if you are part of my 11 program, I am going to give you workbook exercises to do. Every day I'm going to give you some short exercises to do so that by the time we do it on next Monday, we are very good at this. Okay, yes, we start next to next, not next month, this Monday, next to next Monday we start 9 p.m. संडे को एक ओरिएंटेशन होगा एंड देन ओरिएंटेशन के बाद डायरेक्टली वी विल स्टार्ट डूइंग दिस. ओके. All right. Today, though, you are just learning. Once and once you will start doing it, you will get more confidence onto it. By the end of 5 days, you'll be able to write like a pro. Yeah, and those who are joining in, will get access to a lot of recorded sessions also that will help you write and learn more. Practice sessions मैंने बहुत सारे डाल दिए हैं उसमें. Okay, I put out a lot of this. Okay, Dhara, I think I have got your registration. Dhara, Maitri, Rini, welcome. I am going to add you to the group ASAP. Okay. So, all right, that's it. I don't want to keep this session for long. I wanted it to be a 90-minute session also. I hope you made the best of your 90 minutes today. Please fill these journals and share with me also because I want to really see you grow. And once you have shared this with me, I will give you the recording as well. Recording is only for those who have attended. So once you have shared your sketch notes, I know you have attended, I will share you the recording as well. Okay, then. See you guys. Bye. See you. Thank you so much. This is a great gift for children as well. So if you are joining in, do join with your kids. And I saw a lot of you are doing this with kids. Please share your pictures. I want to see बच्चों को कितना समझ आता है. How many kids are understanding this? Sure, Swati. See you in the 5 day program. All right, Divya. No, 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 Divya. 11-11 program, don't have to do it. There is all inclusive. You guys will in fact get 2 advanced classes also. It's just the basic program. You people are already there in the advanced one. ठीक है. Any doubts you have, please share in the group. Tanmay, Dina, Shweta, Sarika, Sarika, you've been telling me for a long time you want to learn this. So I want to see you in this program. Same for you, Vani, Tanmay.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
am
Thanks.
sharing the link again. So I want to see all of you. Sujata, you also this time. Everyone, I want to see you in this program. Okay? All right.